Alright, guys, what is up? We are alive here, I guess. Talking about Sasuke 42, and it has just been announced. So I'm gonna make sure that the stream is up. And I think that we're good now. Yeah, we should be good now. Um, I can't tell. Hold up. Let's see. I can't tell. Hold up. Let's see. Alright, yeah, we're good. Alright. So, let's go ahead and tweet this bad boy out. I'm praying that this thing doesn't have to slide anymore than it has to. I think we're good right there, yeah. At least I hope. Um, but anyway, yeah, we're live. We are talking about Sasuke 42, which has just been announced actually. So, um, believe it was 11 p.m. Eastern. It got announced to the world. Um, and obviously, I'm not going to show it for copyright reasons, but there is a pretty sick trailer to go along with it. And obviously, it's already been blowing up. There's already almost 500 reposts, over 1,000 likes. Um, so yeah, it's already pretty popular. I mean, the trailer itself, I can like mute it and describe it. You know, use case starting off at the flying bar, just black and white shots of some of the competitors. Like we got Yoshiyuki, we got Tada from 40 coming up. I believe that was Nakashima and Kaio right there. And then there's a huge montage of all the stage 3 fails last year. And that was the part that like honestly sent chills down my spine was when um they had the heart and then Yusuke failing like right in color. Like the contrast there was absolutely amazing. The vertical limit burst, man. I mean, what an obstacle. I mean, I don't know if I've done any sort of content on YouTube related to the vertical limit burst, since I saw it for the first time, but like, my God, man, that it's demonic. It's It's definitely a sight for sure. And today is April 13th in the States and April 14th in Japan. And I feel like it's got this one got announced earlier than the past couple tournaments. I know 39 wasn't announced till like September or something like that. They waited to the absolute last minute. Um, yeah, Sasuke 41 got announced April 29th. I think Sasuke 40 got announced either during the spring or summer as well. Let's check. Oh, Sasuke 40 was also announced April 29th. Okay. Um, July 22nd was the application deadline for 40, and I want to say that 41 was pretty similar. Let's see. Yeah, July 21st. This year I believe it's July 28th. Yeah, July 28th, 2024. Um, I mean, due to the fact that it's been announced around the same time, like all the last three tournaments have been announced in April, all have deadlines in July, and all ended up airing, late December. Um, so I feel like, I don't like saying it because I am not a big fan of December tournaments, but yeah, Sasuke 42 is just probably going to be another another late December tournament. Like I won't lie. I'm all right with that because I feel like 41, even though 41, you know, kind of not saving this for my review, but like even though I wasn't the biggest fan of 41, I don't understand like what you Sasuke 42 definitely has hype built around it, even though 41 was, not the best thing in the world, but 42 hype around it. Um, I think there's a lot that happened in 41 that will definitely contribute to what should be an exciting tournament here. Um, like let me go to uh, the summary of the tournament on Sasukepedia. Hold up, guys. Yeah, like we had a record number of people getting past stage two. We had 15 people on stage three, and honestly, I feel like obviously if that record is if nothing changes on stage two, which honestly I think there's been. Hold on, I want to go to stage two and see how many different because it hasn't changed a lot in like the past decade or something like that. So I do want to see how long it's been. Yeah, there's only been one, two, three, only three course changes since uh, Sasuke 31, and that was 9 years ago at this point. Yeah, 2015. It was 9 years ago at this point, nearly a decade. Um, and it's honestly just sad to see that there's, not a whole lot of change going on. And I'm honestly just gonna bet that, um, it's a newie here that we're talking about. It's modern Sasuke. Like, given the past given the recent stage twos, it's just common sense to think that, nothing's gonna change again for 42 stage two. But then again, 15 people on stage three is like an alarming number, so I wouldn't be shocked if, even just like one thing changed, like maybe a new salmon ladder or like something replacing the spider walk or the spider drop or something like that. Um, Son of a gun. I hit that and that thing just went haywire. Um, and honestly, like the no stage two changes has led to, yeah, 32 obviously 100% clear rate, 33 because there was some changes, it was 38%, 34 because so many people made it there that probably shouldn't have made it there. 37.5%. 35, nothing changed. 62.5. 36, nothing changed. Two-thirds of people cleared. 37, the rolling log was there, but rain and all that, and 80% clear rate. 38, when the rolling log was actually in. 35.7. 39, nothing changed. 64.3. 40, nothing changed. 50%. And then 41, when nothing changed, 71.4%. So, it's like, I don't even know why we're surprised to see such high clear numbers because nothing's changing. Like I hate to turn this into, some sort of rant, but absolutely nothing's changing on stage two. It's that, in my opinion, is one of the biggest problems with modern Sasuke. I wouldn't say that's the biggest problem right now, but like it's definitely up there with some of the bigger problems of modern Sasuke right now. Um, but back to hype surrounding 42. Definitely a crap ton of competitors to watch out for. You've got um old guys. You got Hioki, because like if Yusuke wins this tournament, it'd be the last chance for guys like Hioki, Kawaguchi, dare I say it, Yuji, um, to make it far into the course because all of those guys, are they're all getting older. Honestly, Darvish too. Let me check like the ages and stuff. But I want to say, um, yeah, Hioki is 42, so he's gonna be 43 next year. Um, oh yeah, Shinsuke too. Could be Shinsuke's last chance to actually do something. Shinsuke's gonna be 37 next year. I mean, like the guys that we grew up watching are getting old. Like Suzuki's gonna be 46. Darvish is gonna be 44. Kawaguchi gonna be 43. Shingo gonna be 50. Naga gonna be 52. Yuji gonna be 46. Like all of these guys that we grew up watching, it's kind of sad that they're all, or at least I shouldn't say that we grew up watching, but like that I grew up watching, are all just they're all nearing the end of their careers. It's definitely bittersweet, but we have a whole new generation to be excited about, and I think that's the main thing when it comes to one of the main talking points when it comes to 42 is there's a new generation coming. Like, and Yuta Yamashita, 26 years old, made it to stage three. Um, Obviously Nagano's son, gonna be 15. Um, Made it to stage two. Same with Yuta Nakashima, but he's gonna be 16 next year. Takasuka is still a pretty young talent. Black Tigers. Kajihara is gonna continue. Probably just like his normal stage three. He might become like the new Hioki. Excuse me for that. Um, Wasabi, even though he's kind of older, he might have a couple good years. Who knows? Um, Sugeta, if he doesn't, make stupid mistakes, um, then he'll be one to watch out for. Gio, obviously, if he is able to come back. Um, Yusuke Godo, I believe that I I think that he'll come back because he did clear stage one again. Um, let's see the rest of Um, Jun Sato gonna continue his probably low cliffhanger, high cliffhanger, I guess you could call it. Muto, Araki, Keitaro Yamamoto. Um, Rio is getting up there in age, but he's probably still got at least 2 or 3 more good years left in him. Daniel Gill and Renee Castley, if they come back. Uh, Tada, and then obviously Tada, Yoshiyuki, and Yusuke. But I mean, there's one guy, in my opinion, out of all those guys that I just mentioned, there's one guy I was leaving out. That is Ryosuke Miyaoka. He's insane. Okay? Like, I understand that the vertical limit is extremely difficult, but, you know, Miyaoka, obviously, he's got experience. He's a Sasuke super fan, so common sense says that he trains. He was a tester, obviously, in Sasuke 40. I think that was covered, like, on the broadcast itself. Um, and, like, damn, he absolutely, absolutely made the most of it in 41. Um, Tied for first place. That's about all I gotta say. He tied with Keitaro and Morimoto for the best result of that tournament. Like, as a rookie, having getting as far as freaking Yusuke Morimoto is insane. Um, he is the he's had the best rookie performance for a Japanese competitor since Yoshiyuki Yamamoto. Um, and even made it further on the course than Yoshiyuki did in his rookie year. He made it past the cliffhanger. And honestly, I don't know before that who was up there. I mean, maybe somebody like, honestly, I'm not sure who would before Yoshiyuki who would be up there. But like anyway, Miyaoka, absolutely insane competitor. Um, and the last thing I want to talk about, I think, is going to be the vertical limit burst coming back. Like I said when I was describing the trailer to y'all, the vertical limit burst is um obviously it's gonna come back since nobody beat it. Um, and I think the big question is like, is anybody does anybody have a realistic chance of um of getting revenge on the vertical limit burst? And honestly, I feel like there are um a couple contenders. I think the top tier right now is one man alone, and that is Yusuke Morimoto. Um, Even though Keitaro and Miyoka had the same result as him, I feel like Morimoto is just, I don't even know, man. Morimoto's the GOAT. So gosh darn legendary at this point. It's insane. I mean, like I would genuinely be surprised um if he doesn't get revenge on the burst. Um Taking it down a tier, I'd probably put Keitaro and Miyaoka right there. Um because they obviously tied with Yusuke, not, as much stage 3 experience as Yusuke. I guess that's why I put them a tier lower than Yusuke, just because they don't have as much experience on stage 3. Um, but both of them honestly have, like, I'd call it a 50-50 chance for both of them. Maybe a tiny bit higher for Miyoka. Um, and moving down a tier from that is probably going to be people like Tada, um, Yoshiyuki, Gil, and Renee if they come back. And yeah, like people, probably those four would be in my third tier. Um, I don't think Yuji has any shot of clearing the burst. Like, even though he's had this renaissance in his late 30s, early, and now honestly mid 40s, um, I think, the burst is his ceiling at this point. I don't think he's getting past it. But, Tada obviously failed the first yellow zone, like pretty much as soon as he got on the obstacle, he lost his grip. Um, so he's just got to get a lot more experience with that obstacle, and then I could see him um, clearing or at least getting past the burst. And then Yoshiyuki, I'm kind of making a guess here because we have not seen him on the burst. He failed the cliff dimension. Um, Same thing with Renee and Gil. We have not seen them on the burst because they both failed the dimension also. So, I kind of just gotta guess, use, background knowledge of what I know about the competitors, their strengths, their weaknesses. Um, and honestly, yeah, all four of them are definitely in that, like, tier three. But besides those seven, I think nobody else has a chance of getting past that thing. And like I said, tier three is for me still like a low, low chance. I mean, like maybe Yoshiyuki could get somebody like Yoshiyuki could get past it, but I just it wouldn't be smart to put him in a real high tier right now as far as who can clear that obstacle because he's never attempted the obstacle. Um, but I feel like final stage, obviously not gonna change. And I'm content with. I actually really like the new final stage. I think speed climbing was a much needed upgrade the uh, over the spider climb. It's a I think it's like a new skill for the competitors because you could definitely tell in 40 that there were some struggles. Like obviously part of that was due to the rain, but it's a new concept. Salmon ladder. I love seeing the salmon ladder back, and then obviously you got to have the rope as the very last obstacle. Um, but I won't lie, I actually really, really like. I really, really am. I really am hyped for Sasuke 42 already. And I know it sounds crazy, because it's likely 8.5 months in advance right now. But I'm excited for the tournament. Um, there was one thing. I think yeah, there was one thing. It was it's 2024 now. So, you know, if you've been living under a rock, let me paint the past, I don't know, 6 years of history to you. 2018, 2019, perfectly, fun, um, outdoor, normal, ordinary years. Um, 2020, obviously, COVID. 2021, COVID again. Um, 2022 was around the time, especially the first half of 2022, where the vaccines really started to roll out. And by the second half of 2022, it was inflation. 2023, we were out of the pandemic, and global economy is recovering now. Um, as I'm speaking, but mainly to do with COVID. 2018, Sasuke 36, 2019, Sasuke 37. There were live final stages both years, and I know there might be. I think there was. a little bit of talk, surrounding whether 41 was going to have a final stage or not. And obviously, there's going to be more talk, of whether 42 is going to have a final stage or not this year. Not, I shouldn't say going to have a final stage because no dip, but like a live final stage. Like they tape it at the Red Brick Warehouse live, New Year's Eve, whatever it may be. And honestly, I'd rather not have a live final stage this year, and I'm going to tell you why. Live final stages, the course was like you. The course was pretty much nerfed both tournaments. There was a final stage. Um, that it was guaranteed that somebody would get there, and the people attending would get to watch somebody climb. And I don't like that, especially after like 37 when I realized that the course was nerfed. Um, I really don't want another live final stage because it just like it guarantees that somebody gets past the burst. I want that suspense of wanting to know, um, of not knowing whether somebody's gonna finally get past the vertical limit burst or not. That's the main reason I don't want a live final stage. Like obviously it's cool. Um, Probably brings in a lot more viewers, brings in a lot more people in general to watch the live final stage. But I just because it's almost like a final. Somebody's gonna be on the final stage. Spoiler. Um, yeah, that's I wouldn't like it. Uh, and like people might say, it is possible that nobody makes the final stage if it's live. And to that I say, like, why would you build a whole new final stage if nobody's going to attempt it? Like that's just a damn waste of money right there. So if they have a live final stage, it's a guarantee that somebody's getting there. Um, or it's a guarantee that they're going to try to get somebody to attempt that live final. And I don't want that because, like I said, I want the suspense of seeing whether somebody's going to finally beat this. Well, I shouldn't say revamp, but like if somebody's going to beat the burst or not. Um, but enough about all that. I think that's gonna about do it for the stream tonight, or this morning, this afternoon, maybe even this evening at this point, wherever you might be watching. Um, but that's gonna about do it. And like I said, I honestly am surprised that I had the time to sit down and stream for whatever this was, like a half an hour, because I have been really busy and I probably will continue to be really busy until at least probably at least through the end of May, maybe early June. Um, so like as for a Sasuke 41 review, I wouldn't expect that until at least the first week of June. Um, but then this summer I'm gonna try. Um, I think I'm gonna try to do like I don't know whether I shouldn't say this because I don't know whether I'm gonna live up to it or not. But I want to try to do a stream like a half-hour stream every week, just sitting down talking with viewers about Sasuke and A&W Ninja Warrior as a whole. Obviously, it might be a good idea because A&W will be airing again this summer. Uh, June 3rd, I believe, is the premiere date. So, but like I said, guys, that's gonna about do it for the stream. So, bottom line, Sasuke 42 has been announced. Probably going to be another December tournament. Um, and, I'm fairly excited for the tournament, and I hope you all are too. So, with that all out of the way, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, stay happy and healthy.